Let's try it again. All right, we're going to try this again. Yeah, I'm going to have Autumn, if you can see this, request again to join. Come on. Everybody know it's you now, girl. Second time the charm. They're building again. Come on now. Yes, indeed. I'm waiting. Let's see. She's back, it says. Yes, I am back. We're going to hope this is going to work. Come on now. This has got to work. Okay. I'm looking. Let's see. Is she going to request again? Autumn, when you're able to jump back on. Huh? Yeah. Autumn, you failed the black background check. That's what it was, right? Girl, you didn't tell me that you had stuff in your, past. Wouldn't let you live stream with me in the Avon world. Come on. Tell her, JP, come on, get it together. Get it together. This is a Monday. You know stuff happened on Monday. What we gonna do? I don't see her on there yet. Everybody, somebody yell for Autumn. Tell her to put the wine down. Get on the live stream. Somebody tell her. Come on. Hi, Mary. Huh? There's no option to request? Hold on. I'm going to invite her to watch first. Okay. Oh, how are we going to do this? Hold on. Okay, hopefully she'll be able to get on now. Up, there we go. We're approving her again. We're approving her again. Autumn is watching. We're bringing her on camera. Why can't I bring Autumn on camera? It just told me I could not bring Autumn on camera. Autumn, come back to the light, Autumn. Hold on. Adding. Now it's last time we added her.
Hey,
Autumn. Oh my gosh, Autumn. Stay, Autumn. Don't move. If you move, you did not tell me you did not pass the background check. What is going on, girl? Okay, people, let's have a hand for the Avon famous Autumn Lugo. Yes, hands up in the air. That's what we doing.
oh my gosh.
And although she was
I'm here.
be a mystery guest, it's not so much a mystery anymore now. Everybody was calling you out, girl. Everybody was calling you out. Yeah.
I know.
OMG. So I know, look, this was completely last minute. You were a champ and a good sport to say yes. She was fighting the traffic, the California traffic, through all ends of the world. And I have been in that traffic. That is no joke.
Yes, my daughter, she's 16, so she decided they having a party at the beach tonight, which I only live, it's really only like half an hour to the beach, but on a Monday at 4:30, it's not a half an hour to get home from the beach.
I don't think anything is quick in California. I'm just going to say that. Been there, done that. And I saw you driving out in the car with you. I remember. Yes. It was cool though. So okay, look. So we've had a few minutes to get you on here. Autumn and I would love to tell you that Autumn and I go way back. But that doesn't really count and it doesn't matter. But I will tell you that Autumn has been part of some of my most memorable experiences in this company.
tent.
The most memorable was, of course, the Avon 39 walk, which I was more than willing to donate to. And she said,
yes,
you must experience it. Then she said she would come to DC and walk with me. And I thought,
yes, it was.
You'll never do that. And you did.
Right? Don't test me. Don't test me. I said, which one are we doing? Are we doing DC or Boston? It wasn't, are we going to do it? It's which one are we doing?
I remember having my arm twisted. I remember that. Thank you. I was not, and I was fine except for them tents. It was raining, and I thought we were sleeping in a big tent like they have in all the camping things. And I had to get down on my hands and knees. Have you seen my big body? I had to get down on my hands and knees again. And you were over there just sleeping like this was everyday territory for you. Oh my gosh, Autumn. I'm like, seriously?
But see, now you can say you did it. You did it. You can say you did it.
I did it. I did it. Thank you, Jesus. We are now partnering with other people. Thank you, Jesus. I got to sleep in them tents. It's all good. For those of you who don't know Autumn is what I call our Avon 39 girl. Her goal before we went a different direction was to walk in every walk. And she was on her way to doing that, let me tell you. And I know we laugh about it now, the pictures with you and Montavon and Ludeman. This is half of the Lulu crew, everybody. Our Lulu crew, thank you. And it really was a great experience, but I have to tell you, I give you a hard time all the time about it, but I am so glad you pushed me. Because it was a once in a lifetime. And, we didn't know things were going to change. We did that. And we had no clue.
Right.
And I would have felt horrible not being able to do that,
Yeah. I mean, that's what we had already, registered for Chicago before we even left DC. I was planning to see Emily and Cheryl in Chicago just a couple weeks ago would have been that walk. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we were ready to keep it going, but
different way. I love this now because I know a lot of people were always scared of raising that 1,800. I think even more than the 39 miles. I think they were scared of the money part, that they couldn't raise it. Now I feel like everybody can do their potential and their maximum, and there's no excuse for anybody not to do one in their town. Still a great cause that we have. And I know we're going to hear more about it at RepFest, which is the point for this. And, Autumn, I don't know how many conventions or leadership conventions. I mean, like I said, these have been my first national conventions when we started calling them RepFest. I had been to all the leadership ones, but how many have you been to? How long have you been with Avon? Come on, girl, put it out there because you look good. So put it out there. You look good.
It's gonna put my age out there. This year is 24 years with Avon.
Jeez. That was when they allowed us to sign up at 12, just so everybody knows.
So, now I'm at that point, like I can say, like back in my day, before there was internet and...
That's right. Absolutely. I love it.
A lot of things
back in the day. Oh, there's a difference though, Autumn.
Yeah.
Every change that's happened, you've been one of the people who say, you know what, I'm riding the wave to that change. I'm going to see what that can do for me.
Yeah.
You are one of the ones who said, oh my gosh, we changed it again. What are we changing this time? What are we going to do this time? That's why you're where you're at, and that's why you're going where you're going. And I know you are striving hard. You are so close to that bronze executive leader. I know you can taste it. You can feel it, everything about it.
It's got to come eventually.
It's coming, but let me ask you this. Now you think about RepFest. How do you feel like this helps you in your journey to be a part of this? What makes you grow with this? What have you taken from this? Everything you've been a part of.
I mean, when you're in your, you know, how we used to have little districts and we'd have meetings and you're with the same group of people all the time, going to RepFest opens you up to so many people. You know, like, I want to see the people that are doing what I want to do. You know,
Right.
You get comfortable in your little group, but there's so much more out there. And I think that's one of the things too, is that the biggest learning that we can get comes from the people that are doing what we want to do. So if I want to be a bronze executive, I need to hear from bronze executives. You know, I need to hear what they're doing. I want to see what they're doing and, you know, learn from them, not just what we get from our meetings and, you know, the status quo corporate send out things, you know. It's they can tell us all those things and give us the ideas, but it's when we hear how they're implemented from the people that are actually doing it, that's what moves your business, you know, because you know, hearing ideas from people who aren't necessarily doing it isn't necessarily going to help. You know.
No, I agree with you 100% of the time. And a lot of times when we're hearing what's being said, some people, and I can tell you, I'm a lot like this, so I'm not picking on anybody when I say this, but sometimes what you read and what you hear that they're giving us, it's very linear. If you're somebody who just reads what you read, but yet somebody else can take that thing, and I can hear, let's talk events, and you can say, they said do this, this, and this at your event, and you're okay. And I'd be like, well, man, I tried that, and I don't know. But then I can hear you say, and why I was there at that event, I did X, Y, and Z, and that brought people over to my table. And I'm like, holy crap, that's what I should have done. I need to do that next time. I never, and they wouldn't know because they're not us. They're not the reps out there doing it. But you are, and you know, when I think about, and I know, look, you've been in a lot, and some of this is putting you on the spot, and I don't care how small you think it is, but it could be anything. Can you think of one or two things that when you went to any of these events, no matter what they were, that you were like, wow, had I not been here, I wouldn't have walked away with this?
Well, it's anything. I mean, you know, there was a few years back, I think we had 2 Orlando events that were back to back. And the first one, I was having a really down year. Like, I had focused all my attention on one thing, and that one thing didn't work out. And I felt like I had to start over, is what I kind of felt like, even though it wasn't that dramatic, you know. But I wasn't going to go to Orlando. I wasn't going to go to it. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I mean, of course, it wasn't like an I quit moment, but I was just like, I'm done, you know, I'm not going to do it. And then I think it was literally like a week before, I had a friend that they had some incentive, and I didn't even do the incentive, which is not like me, you know, me and incentives. But she had earned a room, and she didn't have a roommate, and I had asked her if I could join her, and I think I bought my ticket to fly there like a week before. And I mean, since then, it was like, I will never miss anything. I mean, I want to hear firsthand, first of all, what's coming, you know, from the company side, but, you know, hearing from everybody else and just knowing what's out there for me, I think that was the biggest thing, because, you know, like that, I was stuck in this rut. Like, I didn't want to hear what anyone had to say. I didn't want a cheerleader to come and, you know, pump up my spirits, but that's kind of what ended up happening is, you know, you get around people who are doing things, and then you start wanting to do things again, you know? So it's definitely something that puts you back on track.
Did you find that when you got there, you weren't the only one that felt that way? That there were people who were like in the same place you were, and you know, there, and then you, I think I hear every year at the end, oh my gosh, I wasn't going to do this. I am so glad I did. I can't believe this happened. And I know we say meet this person. Look, we've met the Vondells and Lisa Wilbers and, the greats that are out there that everybody wants to meet. But yet some of the best moments were like when I met people who were just where I'm at. It didn't matter if I had been an advanced unit leader back in the day or a bronze ambassador or or if I went back a title back when you could really do that big time. I just felt like suddenly I could,
Yeah.
And look, you and I talk a lot.
I think that was the year you were doing your book signing down in the lobby the first year. And like I said, my roommate, she wasn't there yet when I got in the first day. And I thought, do I want to go down there by myself? I was feeling all sorry for myself, and I went down there and I remember I came up in your line and I said, will you sign my book, Miss Molly? And you're like, shut up, get over here. You're like, you're not.
Yeah, I remember those days. I hate that. I'm like, y'all stop it. This is like, don't, My friends always say now, the first year I met you, I stood in line to meet you. I'm not standing in line anymore. I'm your friend. I'm like, nobody told you to stand in line. You could have come right on up and did cutsies.
Yeah.
But I love that. I wouldn't have met you, Autumn. I think about that, and I know I pick on you all the time. And I do what I can to get you pissed off enough to say, yes, I am going to do it. And we're always, but I feel like we're kind of check partners. I have a few of them, but it's like, look, I'm the first person to say many times I said, then people don't know what they're doing. I just might as well go back to Target. I don't care. I might as well. And then you were like, really? You want to do what?
Yeah, we're not going that far.
It's going to get better. It's going to get better. But then I'm like, she needs to shut up. And then you're like, I don't understand this. And I'm like, it's going to get better, right? Because that's what you tell me. It's going to get better. And now I feel like we are kind of part of the pack that did hold on, even when it was bad.
Yeah.
And you can say that even more. I've only been in 14 years. Well, we don't want to talk about that. But anyways, we've been it. But the point is, you have seen some things, but I think that we are in the midst of the best we've ever seen in my Avon history, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no turning back at this point. I mean, 24 years in, I'm pretty committed, but
absolutely.
But but I see that, like I'm at that point that kind of pivotal point where, hey, I see you peeking. But, it's at that point where things definitely, I am in a much better place than even a year ago because of the things that, you just continue to push on and you do what you got to do. So
what are you most excited about this year, Autumn?
For RepFest or in general?
For RepFest.
RepFest.
What are you most excited about?
That was something, I am excited to hear from Barbara Corcoran, but to be honest, it could have been anybody that they had there. The biggest thing I look forward to every year is mainly the family reunion. It's seeing everybody, and now we have 4 in our room now. We got the other half of Lulu crew. We got TK and her daughter. So there's 4 of us sharing a room. So for those of that's the party room.
Yes. Or something like that.
Hey, that's why we fly Southwest with 2 suitcases.
That's exactly right. I think you're right. I think you're right. Look, I know a lot of people, have complained when this first started taking off again about who the music was with and, and who the speakers were. And I got to tell you, I myself have never been disappointed in the speaker that they have ever bought it, even when I didn't know him. Everybody hears me, I know, talk about Darren Hardy, but I had never heard of Darren Hardy before
No.
Avon. And by the way, I mean, what was I in a hole when I heard Les Brown? I had never heard of Les Brown before Avon. And suddenly I had people that I heard their stories and where they came from. And even though they were our speakers, our motivators, our inspirers, to hear their stories, I thought, yeah, like, we can do this, man. We can do this. And I mean, you were up clapping sometimes and didn't even know what you were clapping and yelling about. You were so excited about stuff. But now for me, it is the family. People say, oh, but Molly, it is a business trip, but it is the biggest family reunion business trip that we have. And for some people, it's the only chance we get to be together in some cases.
Yeah, well, that, and, you know, like the general sessions, for sure. Anybody that's going, you cannot miss a general session. I mean, if you're in this as a business, I mean, that's where you learn what's happening in your business. So you're going to get all your updates and everything that you need to know. And I kind of am like that. Like, I need to hear it firsthand and, you know, be the first to hear it kind of stuff.
Yes, so, I know you are. You are. No, you're not even a little bit like that. You're very much like that. Okay, very much like that. and that, you know, that's a good thing. For everybody who doesn't follow Autumn, you should be. And you should, like, massacre her friend request tonight, because I tell people all the time, there's not enough people who know about her, because she kind of like will speak her mind, but then she's the agreeer. She comes in and she'll go, well, no, but she doesn't. But we're teaching her how to just you know.
I can make some waves here and there.
And you I told you, you get up on the wave and ride it, and nobody even knows you in the battle. You so stinky. Nobody even knows you in the battle. By the way, Autumn's team doing well over. She's doing bronze executive numbers, over $40,000. She is putting the people in place. This is a person that you want to connect with. You see her beautiful face. You need to watch for her at RepFest. She is going to be everywhere. She'll be in the general session, because she don't miss nothing. Not even for a drink. She ain't even missing it for a drink. Okay, she's going to be
well.
There.
That's why we have these.
That's right. We bring the drink with us. Thank you very much. That's right. We know how it's done, and we can teach you. That's why they make to-go corporate ain't watching this. They're going to be smelling our service. Oh, my gosh.
It's just iced tea, really.
You know, there's a lot of people, you know, I like the fact that there was a lot of hotels this year that everybody could pick to be at. I love I love Rascal Flatts, so I'm so excited about that. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, they're good, and I'm like, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna be back here. This year it will not be that way. I will be beating everybody off, just so you know.
Yeah, but you know, I know some of their songs. Obviously, they're more popular ones, and I'm trying to listen a little bit more to get into it. But you know, even a couple years ago when we had American Authors, when they announced it, I had to even look them up. I didn't know who they were, but by the time we had the concert, for one, I got the VIP party before, I got the meet and greet, so I had to know who they were. But, you know, it was a good time no matter what.
Yes.
You know, it was.
So
it
Lee,
doesn't matter.
Lee wants to know, there has to be one. So what was your most memorable?
I see that.
Yes. So we got it. We got to do it.
Well, I think the first one was the second Orlando conference. I think at that time it was still just leadership, but there was still, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 people maybe. And they had called me like a week before to come on stage to talk a little bit just about, you know, why coming to RepFest and whatever. I don't think they called it RepFest then, but whatever it was called. And then I said yes without really thinking about it. And that was kind of something, you know, Carla always says, do it afraid, you know. Yes, so I said, okay, I'm going to do it afraid. And then when I get there, they tell me you're the opening person. Like basically they said, welcome to conference and here's Autumn. And I'm like, oh crap. I got to get up on stage. But I did it. And even though I was shaking the whole time.
You did it afraid.
I did it afraid and I did it. And that was kind of a step. I think every year since then, maybe I don't think I did anything last year, but I've done something where it's progressed. You got a on stage time or a video or something. And you just have to do it, because then thinking later, like if I would have said no and I saw somebody else in my spot that I should have been, I would have regret for that.
The answer is always yes. It's always yes.
Yeah, you know, and figure it out. And that's even the kind of the same thing with going to RepFest in general. You know, a lot of people, and I know there are some legitimate reasons people can't go, but okay, right now, well, I'll share a little thing because it's not really telling you everything. However, I do know you will know where next year's event will be.
I heard that.
If you're at RepFest this year.
I heard that.
Okay, you will know before you leave.
Yes,
you will. For anybody who's not going to Columbus, you know there is an event next year.
Yes.
So if you're not going this year, start planning. There's no reason to not plan a year ahead.
You know what I hate to see? I hate to see, Autumn, and I know you, because you and I know. Yes, we do talk about y'all. I don't care if you like it or not. We own it. We talk about y'all, okay? I earn that right. So these people who it comes up, it's 4 months beforehand, and they're like, you know, I just can't afford it. I can't afford it. And I'm looking, going, okay, well, they've been with Avon this long, you know, and I'm thinking, you didn't have a plan. You knew it was coming. I don't care that you didn't know the exact date. You know, July to August, even though you didn't know, it was not important.
Right.
In my opinion, it wasn't important enough to you. And I believe that it should be, because I love it when we're live streaming and you'll hear, oh my God, you'll make me feel like I'm there. You have no clue. If you think that feels like you're there, you have no clue what it's like to be surrounded with thousands of people who get you, and they're feeling the rise and they're feeling the sensation, and you're feeling like you could rule the Avon world at that moment when you're with everybody.
Well, even, you know, last year when we were sitting at the general session and they had all the girls up there doing the fiddles, it was like, I was so like emotional. Like,
I thought Autumn was going to jump up and do the fiddles with them. I thought Autumn was going to get up and be like, I can do that too. Autumn felt like she could do everything. Yes. And it was, you're right. I felt myself cry. And then I'm like, why am I crying? Is this menopausal too? Why am I crying at this? I'm like, I don't know, but it was really good and I love it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how does this do?
Right.
You see somebody and you're like, I just talked to her and called her the B word, but now I'm hugging her, telling her I love her so much because I just saw her. It's so awesome. It's so awesome.
Don't say
I don't. We do. Like, I mean, Autumn, I call you that all the time, okay? But then I see you and I want to hug you. It's okay. We can do that. We buddies like that. It's awesome. I mean, that's what girls do, okay? And some of the guys, okay? Guys are worse than the girls, so we even need to go there. They are. Ask JP. JP will tell you. So, okay. So Autumn, what do you think? I know we just heard squirts of this swarming around, but I hear largest fourth quarter display that we have ever seen, and I heard in the history of Avon. The other side of the Lulu crew is on here. Right, Rebecca just said hello.
Oh, hey, Lulu crew.
So I'm wondering, I can't even imagine, because, I mean, look, last year, look, I was very honest when they gave me the survey. I said, I thought we had a lot of great stuff coming. I wasn't real impressed with the setup. I felt like I had to go 50 different places. And then I couldn't believe the stuff that I missed out on because I thought I had seen it all. So I think they kind of imagined something a little different. Displays, when I saw them, were gorgeous, but I didn't realize how much I missed because it was kind of divided. But they're saying this year, all in one place. You're not going to miss it.
Yes.
I am so thrilled because I don't know why, something deep down inside says this year Christmas is going to be right. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that we already got some kid stuff in our hands. I just got that shipment today from the President's Club Gala. And I'm just thinking this might be the fourth quarter that we have been looking for that we haven't seen in the past couple of years. What are you thinking?
Did you see too that those that are President's Club get a special preview before everybody else does? So,
I'm so excited.
If you're not President's Club, you better be there for next year so you can get a sneak peek. I mean,
that's right.
Because one year, I don't remember, it might have been Las Vegas, but I got to do a special. Oh, you were part of the social media.
Yes, that was so much fun. Oh my God.
Yes. So we got to go in that room before everybody else and actually see it and take pictures. So getting that with President's Club, little sneak peek, that's a big thing too. Get to see it. So
love that.
Yeah, I think they definitely listened.
And for all of our everybody gets a trophy thinkers out there, number one, come back to the real world. Leave that world of everybody gets a trophy. Double dollars for C19. President's Club gets to do their thing and go in there early. Let me tell you something. When you perform with Avon and you work your tail off, not only are you making yourself money, not only are you furthering yourself, not only are you building your self-confidence, but you get stuff that Avon rewards you with. It's the way it should be. It's the way every company should be. But you know what? Not every company is that way. That's what I've learned. Yeah. They just want you to work and you just get what we're going to give you, and that's it. But this company says, work it, own it, and we're going to give you everything we can, from trips to Bermuda. We're going to give you that, I know that swag bag, girl. Can I just say swag bag? Okay.
That
Avon
itself.
Swag bag, OMG.
Yes.
OMG. Oh, my gosh. I cannot wait to be like, yes, Avon. Forget the pins, forget everything. I got Avon bag. Oh my gosh. So I'm excited. Yes. I am so excited. How many from your team do you have coming?
Last I looked, I have 8, which I'm okay with. Coming from West Coast, I'll tell you, it was a lot pricier this year to go to Ohio than it was even to go to Nashville. It's costing a lot more, but it's another one of those things, kind of like you just jump in and you figure it out after, like the flight was probably the most expensive thing because since we're sharing room, we got 4 people, but then they put the incentive out there afterwards that I think I've covered my share of the room, plus we're going on a little excursion the day before on Thursday, our little group, our roommates here. So, you figure it out.
And you can't wait till the last minute. You cannot wait till the last minute. It will never, unless your name is Lisa freaking Wilbur, last minute's never going to happen because we ain't making her money yet. Yeah. But you got to plan for this. It's like anything else. You want to take your kids on vacation, you plan for it. You save for it all year. You know what your plan is. You put the plan in motion. You do the work. Is there a deadline for RepFest? I got to be honest. I can't imagine Avon turning anybody away at this point who went to sign on. I have seen no deadline. I know they're encouraging people to sign up as soon as possible. But I guarantee you that if you come in at the last minute and say you want to come, they are not going to turn you away. They want you there. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they've had the incentives. Everybody needs some glasses too, okay? We're all going to have pictures taken with our freaking glasses on. Thank you very much. I am everywhere I go. I don't even have to find a new pair of glasses. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, we are at 9:42. Autumn Lugo, guys. If you don't know her, if you're following me and you haven't met Autumn Lugo, write her name down. Follow her on Instagram. You want to know how to advertise your business on Instagram? Follow her. She is just the queen of watching her do it. I steal her stuff and I own it. It's kind of like stealing Lisa Scola's shuffle. I own it. I learned from the best in this business. Follow her on Facebook. If she maxes out at her 5,000, follow her. Don't miss what she's doing. You're going to see her up on that stage continually, earning every incentive, and not because anybody's handing her anything. Yeah, follow her like a creepy stalker. Yes, Teresa Paul, you're right, because that's what we all do. We creepy and we stalk it. That's right. Look, I know you all follow the Formidable Four, and you know what? We love you guys for it. But there are other people in this business who have so much to offer. And those are the people that I have picked for these mystery guests. These people, if you want to know who I get ideas from, if you want to know who I spin my wheels with, who I throw stuff off, you watch these mystery pop-up Facebook live streams, because you're going to want to get in with these people. You're going to want to know what they're doing, how they're doing it. But I'll tell you one secret they're going to tell you. They never gave up. Autumn Lugo, you see her? She's been through the thick of the lowest of Avon, in between the highest. It's gotten low again. It's gone midstream. It's gotten low again. She is not a quitter. She is, yes, Rebecca, she is a freaking Avon rock star. That's exactly what she is. And you need to follow this woman here. I love her with all my heart for everything except the pink tip in the mud. And Rebecca Ludeman knows too, because she was right there with me, feeling the same pain of the pink tip. That will be the only thing. But I thank you for doing this last minute. I know I talked to you and said, can you? I am sure you have inspired people. Guys, this is everywhere posted in all the groups I could get into. Watch it there. I'm going to YouTube this so you can take it. Take the YouTube link. Send it to your team. Do not give up on your teams just because they have not committed. Do not stop sharing RepFest. Do not quit talking about it. Do not quit telling them what they can get out of this, because they're going to miss out on meeting this girl right here. And this girl could be what changes their direction, the way they want to do their business. This right here is what we do. We link up and stalk people like Autumn Lugo, and then we learn from them, and we steal their stuff, and we use it, and she's okay with that, because the sharers are the blessed ones in the world.
It's okay.
And Autumn Lugo has a lot to share. So we love you, girl. We love you. Thank you so much for being with us. I cannot wait to put my arms around you at RepFest. We will see you very soon.
Hey, I got to sit on your lap and give you a hug.
Come on, girl. Give it to me. Sit on my lap. Everybody go take a picture. Not everybody else, just Autumn. Autumn's the only one. Well, Scola. Scola can sit on my lap. Okay, there's just a few, but that's supposed to be our secret. Oh, my God. All right. I love you, girl. Talk to you later.
All right. 30 days. I'll see you.
30 days, baby. 30 days. That's all it is. 30 days. See you then.
I'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.